B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KM today.
Welcome back to B92.7. It is the first game of the season here on the broadcast KBMW News Live on the Wahpeton side of the bridge as Post 20 kicks off their annual Post 20 tournament against Fergus Falls Post 30 on the heels of back-to-back state championship seasons. One letter says it all for Wahpeton. It's that big red W. They are 5-0 to begin the campaign after winning just one game in the spring season. How about that? Calendar flips to summer, and the boys of summer are back at the iconic John Randall. We got a wet one out there, a little drizzle going on, but it looks like it has subsided, and Wahpeton's out there taking IO, hoping to make it 6 straight. I'm Robert Wannick here in the B. You can also join us on KBMW News Live YouTube, streaming this game in 1080 HD. Welcome to the Red River Grain pregame show, serving the local farmer since 1986. Also a premier sponsor of the upcoming Cowgirl Country basketball documentary. Filming for that, folks, that resumes on Sunday with a trip to Wisconsin Dells. Cowgirls from Breckenridge High will play 6 games on Monday and Tuesday against teams from Illinois, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. But let's get into the baseball, taking a look at your stat report presented by State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Let's take a look at the last game out for Wahpeton, a 9-3 win over Barnesville, the boys' state game, led by Aiden Hayek at the plate, 2 for 4, a pair of singles, 2 runs driven in. Nice photo of Aiden up on our YouTube channel right now, taken by the legendary Carol Colby. Carter Bob Hockert, leadoff man, 0 for 2, but he got the job done. A walk, a hit by pitch. He scored 3 times, and he stole 3 bases. Braden Steffens, 1 for 2 with a single, a walk, 2 runs, an RBI, and a steal. Eli Kappas did not get a hit, but this kid just finds ways to produce from the cleanup spot. He was 0 for 3. He walked. He drove in 2. Riley Jones, newcomer to the Class A Legion team, 1 for 3 with a single and an RBI. He came on in relief to help them hold off Barnesville. And Trey King went 1 for 3 with a single and an RBI. Name sound familiar? His brother is Jaden Big Bird King. 3-time state champion for Wahpeton Post 20, had a pretty good freshman season at University of Northwestern in the Twin Cities. ERA was actually in the mid-3s till he gave up a grand slam in his last start, and when you only throw 20-some innings, that can really kind of inflate your numbers. But the big lefty, 6'4", true freshman at UNW, Trey King's older brother Jaden, an excellent freshman season. Let's take a look at the second stat report here presented by Matt and Amanda Frederick. We'll take a look at the season numbers through 5 games. Aiden Hayek, he has been living on base. 571 average, OBP at a blistering 700. My Breckenridge math tells me he's getting on 7 out of 10 times. A pair of doubles for Aiden on the season, 4 runs scored, 6 RBIs. Kaysen Pinsenalt, 364 average, 462 OBP. 2 doubles for Kaysen. Out of the 9 hole, that is some big pop at the bottom of the lineup. 6 runs, 4 RBIs. Ryan Braun, another new name, fresh face here on this new look Post 20 squad. 333 average, he's getting on base half the time. 6 runs scored, 3 RBIs. He's got 5 thefts as well. Rylan Flack, who kind of had a breakout season during the spring. I believe Flack hit around 270 during the spring with a bunch of RBIs and extra base hits. He's got a 500 on base. He has a triple, 3 runs, 4 RBIs. And Trey King, 286 average, 375 on base, 4 runs, 3 RBIs, 3 thefts. And Braden Steffens, 267 average, 450 on base, 6 runs, 5 RBIs, and he leads this Post 20 squad with 6 steals. We've seen that speed spread out wide on the football field. Excellent wide receiver, the star of the basketball team and all-region talent, and probably an all-state snub as well. And now we're seeing it on the diamond with 6 steals. That's your State Farm stat report presented by Matt and Amanda Frederick. When we come back and Fergus Falls hits the field for their IO session, we'll go over the pitching numbers. We'll go over the season record as well. Let's take our first break here on the Red River Grain pregame show. Gearing up for the Post 20 tournament. The boys are back in town, and they're taking a 5-0 record against Post 30 tonight on B92.7 FM and KBMW News Live YouTube.
Why choose Professional Eye Care Centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Bond, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jangula, 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit proeyecarecenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
1 in 8 women in the U.S. will develop breast cancer in her lifetime. Many women with breast cancer have no symptoms, and most have no family history of breast cancer. That's why it's so important to schedule annual mammograms starting at age 40. When found early, breast cancer is curable. 98% of patients survive. Don't wait another moment. Visit essentiahealth.org to schedule your mammogram today. Essentia Health, cancer care like nowhere else.
As a farmer, I have thousands of more mouths to feed than the average person. What fuels me to get the job done? The smell of the soil and the hum of the combine. What fuels my equipment? Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, a premium diesel fuel for the most challenging conditions. Better than any formula yet, delivering maximum uptime every time. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, fueled by innovation, powered to perform.
Contact Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley for more information on Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around. Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heidkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Welcome back to John Randall Field here for the Wahpeton Post 20 tournament. As we're going to play just a couple more ads here and just kind of try to limit the buzz feedback here. Might be a little bit of the radio transmission with the weather, the cloudy, overcast weather. We'll try to get the audio as good as we can for you here. So let me pop a couple ads on for you. When we come back, we're going to dissect the Post 20 schedule, and we're going to get right into tonight's showdown as Wahpeton looks to lay claim to their home tournament on B92.7 and KBMW News Live YouTube.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
All right, we're back here on KBMW News Live YouTube and B92.7. Let's take a look at the Post 20 schedule this season. Opened things up with a 4-3 road win at Crookston and a 16-8 win in the nightcap over Crookston. That first game of the season. On the bump, we had Ryland Flack, and man, he had his stuff. 6 2/3. He scattered 6 hits, gave up 3 earned, and struck out 9, trying to become an ace here at the A-Legion level. He did not play on the A-Legion team last year. He had a fantastic spring for Wahpeton, who took their lumps, and he's ready to win some games. So Flack gets the opening day win. Aiden Hayek comes in, nails down the final out for a 1-out save. He induced a pop fly on the first pitch, right back to the mound. Said, I'll do it myself, and Wahpeton walked out of there with a 4-3 win. And in the nightcap, it was 16-8 over Crookston. Big offensive game for Wahpeton, 13 hits in that one. Carter Hockert scored 3 runs at the top of the order. Braden Steffens 2 for 5, 4 runs driven in. Ryland Flack 3 for 4. Kaysen Pincinel 3 for 3, 3 ribbies, 3 runs in the 9 spot. And Ryan Braun scored 4 runs in the 8 spot. So a total of 7 runs scored and 3 RBIs out of the 8 and 9 guys. Anytime you can produce 10 runs in the bottom 2 spots of the order, you're going to win a lot of ball games. Pincinel had 2 doubles in that one. Hayek had a double. Triples off the bat of Steffens and Flack. Trey King got hit hard, 7 earned. Riley Jones came in, gave up an earned run. And Braden Steffens came in and steadied the ship. 2 scoreless innings, working around 2 hits. So Wahpeton sweeps Crookston. They go beat Foston by identical scores of 8-2. Here in Wahpeton, Aiden Hayek, another 3-hit game for him, 2 runs. And hits by King, Jones, Braun, Pincinel in this one. And on the mound, it was Hayek. 6 frames, just 4 hits allowed, 2 earned runs, 6 Ks. But the big number here, no free passes. Hayek did not walk a batter for his first win in the summer. And Pincinel came in and pitched a scoreless 7th, worked around 2 base runners. Hayek, 77 pitches in that game against Foston, 56 of them for strikes. So in total control, reminiscent of that state tournament game last year where he had a 73-pitch complete game, I believe, which is almost unheard of, just absolute efficiency. And in the nightcap against Foston, Wahpeton only had 7 hits, but they were able to win 8-2 again. Steffens and Hockert provided half the runs in the 1 and 2 spots. They scored twice each. Trey King with a nice game, 2 for 2, an RBI and 2 runs scored. A hit for Peterson and a hit for Flack as well in that ball game. And Carter Hockert got the win. 5 innings, 3 hits, 5 Ks, 1 walk, 1 earned. So Hockert and Hayek combined to allow just 7 hits in that doubleheader against Foston. So that put Wahpeton at 4-0 on the season. And then, of course, the game we started off going over at the beginning of the broadcast, the 9-3 win over Barnesville, a good Minnesota Lakes Conference team who's off to a slow start. Wahpeton took care of business, and they'll take a 5-0 record into tonight's game. One more break on the Red River Grain pregame show. When we come back, let's talk starting lineups on B92.7 KBMW News Live.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Eggeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
Welcome back to B92.7 FM. I'm Robert Wanick, and I've got the call tonight from John Randall Field. Lucky to hit 60 degrees today, but luckier to have some baseball. And Wahpeton's looking for just that tonight. Some good luck from the baseball gods on Friday the 13th as we jump right into your starting lineup presented by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, providing superior quality products, generating positive return for their patrons. Let's start off with the visiting Fergus Falls Post 20. They'll be led by number 1, leading off Karsten Froning, playing third base. In the 2-hole, it's number 16, Hunter Powers. He's playing first base. In the 3 spot, number 7, Levi King, playing center field. The cleanup man is Brock Sherman, wearing number 17. He's catching. Batting 5th, Micah Johnson, wearing number 5 and playing second base. Batting 6th, we got Brant Sherman. He's rocking number 4 and playing right field. Parker Tilkey, wearing double 1s, and he'll be on the bump today. Cam Weidrich, wearing number two, and he's playing shortstop. And Logan Larson in the 9-hole, wearing number 13 on Friday the 13th. Playing left field. And for your hometown, back-to-back state champion Wahpeton Post 20, we got Carter Bob Hockert setting the tone. He'll be wearing number 20, playing shortstop. Braden Steffens wearing number 15 and playing center field. Aiden Hayek wearing number 12, playing over at the hot corner. Eli Kappas, he's DHing wearing number 10, and get this stat. Kappas hitting just 110 on the season for average. On-base percentage 550 as he's been hit by pitch 7 times. Just doing anything he can to get on. He's got a great eye at the plate, not afraid to wear a pitch. And since those walks and hit by pitches lead to not many official at-bats, just takes 1, 2, or 3 hit game to get that average back above 300. Batting 5th, it's Rylan Flack wearing number 11. He'll be pitching today, the opening day ace, back at it. Trey King wearing number 13, playing first base. Riley Jones wearing number 2, playing second base. And Riley's dad, Pat, by all accounts, an excellent baseball player, and I've seen him play many years of men's league softball, one of the greatest shortstops I've ever seen out there on a softball diamond. And his son Riley will be over at second base, hoping to twist a couple double plays today. Ryan Braun is wearing number 3. He's playing right field. Kaysen Pinsenault is wearing number 5, and he's playing left field. And Aiden Hendrickson, he won't bat to start things off. He's being DH'd for by Kappas, but he's got a big job. He's the backstop tonight. He'll play catcher and wear number 4. One more break here on the Red River Grain pregame show as they get the plate visit between managers Chris Kappas and Nathan Congello, and then we are going to play baseball here at John Randall Field. It's sweet summertime, as Kenny Chesney would say. B92.7, KBMW News Live YouTube, back in 60 seconds.
Bring your car to the experts at Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Schedule a free multi-point vehicle inspection for added peace of mind. It's also a good time to take care of routine maintenance. Keep your vehicle running on all cylinders. Get your oil changed and have your battery and brakes tested. Be sure to take advantage of Smith Motors price match guarantee on tires and get 10% off all AC work in June. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. Visit smithmotors.com.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi.
Learn from factory-trained service experts and apply your knowledge from school directly to your work with this unique program opportunity. Become a Titan in the industry and grow with a dealership that invests in you at Titan Machinery Wahpeton, your local Case IH dealer. Visit titanmachinery.com/careers to learn more.
When Mom first started showing signs of memory loss, we were devastated. It was so frustrating. So many choices for assisted living. Then my sister and I walked into Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge. We knew that this was the perfect place for our mother. I love the bright, beautiful apartments, and knew Mom would too. I was so impressed with the interaction between the residents and the staff. Twin Town Villa is a quality memory care community that's close to home and currently has openings. Call Twin Town Villa at 643-9542 or visit them online at twintownvilla.com.
Ready to gain an edge in your career? Titan Machinery's Service Technician Apprenticeship Program is designed for anyone wishing to become a diesel mechanic, working on Case IH equipment through full-time, on-the-job training. Enjoy a hands-on work experience. Learn from factory-trained service experts and apply your knowledge from school directly to your work with this unique program opportunity. Become a Titan in the industry and grow with a dealership that invests in you at Titan Machinery Wahpeton, your local Case IH dealer. Visit titanmachinery.com/careers to learn more.
Welcome back to John Randall Field, home of the Green Monster in center field, the excellent Heaven Gene Diedrich press box, and that's where I'm at right now. They got the heat on for us, and it is a very nice evening up here. A little chilly down there for the players, but I think they're just happy to be out here avoiding the storms today. Wahpeton will take the field wearing all whites. It's a whiteout game for them, and Fergus Falls Post 30 will be wearing red, blue numbers, white outline. Blue Fergus Falls in kind of sign painter font across the chest. Mixture of white and blue batting helmets for Post 30 today. On the bump, it's Rylan Flack, the big righty for Wahpeton, the young righty, just a sophomore, I believe. Let's take a look at the pitching numbers for this Wahpeton team as we get ready for your first pitch presented by NDSCS, the science of learning by doing. We'll take a look at the numbers here for the staff. Flack on the mound, 6 2/3, one game started, threw 97 pitches in that opening day win, 9 strikeouts, 2 walks. So he'll take a 3.15 ERA through one start in here. Aiden Hayek, excellent as well in his one start, 6 1/3. He got the win there. Steffens, 5 1/3. He's got a win on his ledger. Carter Hockert has the other one. So 4 different pitchers have a win for Wahpeton this season. Well, 5 do, but there's only 4 official credits here on the official team stats. Fielding numbers for Wahpeton so far this year, excellent, 942. Anytime you're at 900 or above as a team, you can be pretty happy about that. So Wahpeton getting the job done, and, Steffens yet to make an error. Pincinalt yet to make an error. Hendrickson behind the plate, 22 putouts, no errors. Hayek playing third base, very impressive, perfect 1,000 fielding percentage. So let's get ready for the first pitch of the game presented by NDSCS. This is Legion Baseball, baby, B92.7. Karsten Froning will lead it off for Post 30. And the first pitch misses. We have Craig Peterson behind the plate. Josh Nordick in the field as they switch positions here after the first game of the day between Lidgerwood Hankinson and Detroit Lakes. And that one's hit to left center. It's going to carry, still drifting, and it's going to land on the warning track. Karam off the wall, played by the center fielder. Quickly tossed in to Hockert at shortstop, and a leadoff double for Karsten Froning as he just split the gap on the second pitch of the ball game. That'll bring up Hunter Powers in the 2-hole. Good job of playing the hop out there in center by Braden Steffens as it kicked left-right, and he was able to get it in and prevent a triple. But the leadoff man is on with a double. Froning on second. First pitch below the knees from Flack, and he's right around the zone, but hasn't quite found it yet early on. Good location. He's bound to get some of those calls as the game stretches on if he can just keep it close. He'll step off the back of the rubber. Take a moment to collect himself. As Flack fires, misses down and away. He falls behind the two-man 2-0. And the 2-0 from Flack on the way goes to the inside corner, belt high. And there's that strike he's looking for, 2-1 to Powers. Powers batting from the left side, way back in the batter's box, slightly open stance. Flack works out of the stretch, sails a fastball off the plate. Nice snag there by his catcher, Hendrickson. Keep that one in front. 3-1 count now to Powers. And again, I apologize for the slight static feedback you'll hear in the background. I think the weather's just kind of messing with our radio tower, but we're on the air. Ball inside, ball 4. So the first two batters reach for Fergus Falls post 30. Fronting with a double, Powers with a walk. And that brings up Levi King in the always dangerous 3-hole here. Top of the first inning. So we've got to get the scoreboard cleared off for you here. And that's strike one there from Flack. 0-0 ball game just underway at John Randall Field. Time of first pitch tonight, about 6:38. Temperatures below 60. Pitch on the way, it's going to be flared foul. So for the first time tonight, Flack will get to work ahead with an 0-2 count. See if he can dig into his bag and showcase that strikeout stuff after picking up 9 Ks on opening day in a tight 4-3 win at Crookston. That really sets the tone for the season when you got a bunch of roster turnover. You're able to pick up a 1-run win to open it. 0-2 on the way, ground ball up the middle, right on the bag, bobbled by Hockert, and the runner slides right into Hockert, preventing him from picking it up with his bare hand. He was standing right on the base, reaching down for the ball, trying to get the force out, but a good feet first slide jars it loose, and the bases are loaded. That's an E6 on Hockert. Runners on first, second, and third. Nobody down. Cleanup spot, Brock Sherman. Wahpeton on the ropes here in the top of the first. Sherman jumps on an off-speed pitch, grounds it to Jones. A good play at second, and they'll twist it up. That's the next best thing to getting the out at home, is picking up 2 of them. And that one got on Jones in a hurry, kind of turned him around, but he was able to sidearm it to second base. And Hocker completes the double play, redeems himself. Wahpeton gives up a run, but they pick up the double play for 2 outs here in the first. So an RBI double play ground out there by Sherman, and an excellent turn up the middle by post 20. 1-0 Fergus on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. I wasn't sure that Jones was going to have enough time to get him at second, the way that ball spun him around. But it was a great transfer to second base and a very quick release there by Hockert, the shortstop, coming across the bag. Pitch just misses. Flack kind of getting pinched a little bit here. Tight strike zone. He's going to have to learn how to manage it. So Fronting scores the game's first run. Powers to third. King and Sherman out on the double play. And it's Micah Johnson at the plate. 3-1 count. The 3-1 on the way. Check swing, he holds. Second walk of the inning for Flack. It's going to be a big win for Wahpeton in the first inning if they can escape this inning with just 1 run on the board after loading the bases with nobody down. So Johnson walks. That brings up Brant Sherman. Second Sherman in 3 batters. Flack's first pitch is a dirt ball in the lefty batter's box to the righty. 1-0. Flack not out of the woods yet. Runners on the corners, 2 down. Top of the first. Runner goes. They're going to throw it through. 1 hop second base, and it's a dandy. They take the gamble. The runner goes home, and they just go for the out, and a 1 hop beauty Absolute snipe from Aiden Hendrickson. Tag applied by Carter Hockert. And post 20, after loading the bases in order with nobody down, they get a double play, toss the runner out at second, and they concede just one run in the top of the first. We'll be back with the bottom half in about 60 seconds on B92.7 FM, KBMW News Live YouTube.
Why choose Professional Eye Care Centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Bond, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jangula. 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
So Jones and Hockert turn a 4-6-3 double play. And Aiden Hendrickson guns a runner stealing at second with runners on the corners. And Ryland Flack escapes the first inning with just one run allowed. So Wahpeton Post 20 heads to the bottom of the first here, trailing Fergus Post 30-1-0. It's Carter Hockert leading off. First pitch nearly hits Hockert on the inner half. 1-0. So Hockert digs back in, crowding the plate. Second pitch is a little bender that nips the outer half to even the count. Pitch on the way to Hockert. He swings through it. It's 1-2. One-two on the way to Hockert. He'll watch a pitch just inches off the outer half. Evens the count at 2-2. And the 2-2 misses, so the count has run full. Leadoff man doing his job, seeing some pitches, hopefully setting the guys up behind him for success. Braden Steffens is the man on deck. Payoff pitch on the way. And he'll take strike three looking on the outer black. And that's a one up, one down punch out for starting pitcher Parker Tilkey. So Hockert goes down looking for the first out of the bottom half of one. And Braden Steffens will try to manufacture Wahpeton's first base runner. A couple big games for Steffens. He leads this team in RBIs with 6 and stolen bases with 6. He'll take a four-seam on the inner half, 0-1. Tilkey, the righty, working out of a modified windup. Slightly open. And that pitch had some filthy break as it dropped off the face of the earth and got a swing and strike by Steffens. And Steffens is a spectator as well as he takes a breaking ball inner half as Tilkey goes outer half and buries it, and then he goes and hides it on the inside corner. Back-to-back backward Ks for Tilkey. Post 20's got 2 down. Brings up Aiden Hayek, 700 on base for this young man this summer, scorching hot. Let's see if he can get this lineup going. First pitch misses well outside, 1-0. Tilke drops the glove. He'll fire. And that one's ankle high, 2-0. So Hayek gets himself into a hitter's count right off the bat here. 2 down. Bottom 1. Wahpeton trails 1-0 on your CFI scoreboard. Breaking ball that crosses above the belt. Probably found its way to the zone, but just a bit high. 3-0 count to Hayek. Hayek can run a little bit when he gets on as well. Right down Broadway. So Tilke will try to work his way all the way back here against Aiden Hayek. .571 batting average through 5 games. 3-1, handcuffs him on the inside corner, had Hayek bending back a little bit out of the box, but it was all over the inner half, and the count is full. So payoff pitch as Tilke will try to strike out the side for Fergus Falls post 30. And he misses inside, so a good 6-pitch walk there from Aiden Hayek. Did not swing the bat, and Wahpeton has their first base runner. Bottom 1, 2 down, 1-0 Fergus. That on-base percentage coming in the game at 700. Tick it up a little bit for Aiden Hayek. Pitch is high, chest high to Eli Kappas. Kappas, another guy at .550 on base. Very good eye at the plate. Misses in, so Kappas has a 2-0 count. Second straight batter that Tilke falls behind. Tilke running into a bit of trouble in the 3-4 spots after 2 quick strikeouts. He'll check Hayek at first, nothing doing. He gets back head first in plenty of time. Kappas rocking the Air Force One red and white Nike cleats. Looking to do some damage here with the runner on first base, 2 down. Kappas a bit late off the handle, sprays it at the Fergus dugout. Count is 2-1. So 2-1 count here to Eli Kappas. And he'll fall that back into the netting. All over that pitch, just missed. Probably won't see that again. Elevated fastball outer half. Count is 2-2. Two on the way. Pitch at the eyes. Second straight full count here from Tilke. Hayek will be moving on the pitch. Count is full. 2 outs. Kappas chops it down the third base line. It's going to roll foul over to his father, Chris Kappas. Kappas with the bare hand. Probably reliving his glory days. Fires it back to Tilke on the mound, and we'll do the payoff again. Chris Kappas has led this team to 3 of the past 4 Class A state championships. Tough task today against Fergus. Payoff pitch to Kappas on the way. Checks his swing. Back-to-back walks for Tilke. And the 2 leaders in on-base percentage on this team, Hayek and Kappas, they just keep putting on their hard hats, grabbing their lunch pails, getting on base. Hockert and Steffen strike out looking to start the ball game, but now Wahpeton has a runner in scoring position with Rylan Flack at the plate, batting .333 through 5 games, .270 average through 18 spring games. Big spot here for Rylan Flack. If Flack can get on and load the bases potentially, Trey King will be on deck, batting .278 this season. Flack takes a big cut at the first pitch, right over the top of the seams, 0-1. Tilke's been tough when he gets ahead. Hayek's got to try to pick up that spin here. He has a filthy slider. 0-1 to Flack, check swing. Bad luck foul there. He wanted nothing to do with that pitch, but it ran in on him, and he fouls it off on the check swing. So 0-2, Tilke with another opportunity to strike out the side here and leave him stranded. Wahpeton has runners on first and second with 2 outs. Flack takes that one inside, brushes him back a bit. 1-2. Flack chokes up on the bat a bit. Singles should score Hayek. Tilke fires, and the 1-2 gets Flack. Took a little bit off, might have been a changeup. Flack out on the front foot. Tilke strikes out the side. He does give up 2 walks. Wahpeton goes down scoreless. Fergus Falls Post 31, Wahpeton Post 20 through 1 full inning on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We'll be back with the second. It is the annual Post 20 baseball tournament from John Randall Field. I'm Robert Wanek. You're listening on B92.7 and watching on KBMW News Live YouTube.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
One inning in the books. Fergus Falls, they're up 1-0 after loading the bases in the first inning. Pair of beautiful defensive plays, a 4-6-3 double play, and a catcher throw down to second. Limited them to 1 run. Wahpeton, 3 strikeouts in the top half. Flack back in business, looking to get off to a better start, and he does that by painting the knees with strike 1. Back in the box, it is Brant Sherman. He was up there when the runner was thrown out stealing. Sherman flares it out to right, drifting towards the line, giving chase on the line, and a nice running catch out there in right field. Excellent job there by Post 20's Ryan Braun. Covered a lot of ground as that one just kept running away from him. He caught it straddling the line. So 1 down to begin the second inning. Flack into the windup. Tried to throw a off-speed pitch there. Didn't have much movement as it went right over the top of the batter's helmet. So Sherman is retired on the F9, and that brings up the pitcher, Parker Tilke. Flack with a nice little cut fastball there on the outside corner, evens it at 1-1. 7-8-9 due up with 1 down here for Fergus Falls. Flack, bell-tie leg kick, off-speed pitch. Giving chase is King over on the first base foul line, but it's going to get out of play. And Flack with some nice cut action side to side on that pitch. Doesn't give up a lot of velo to get some movement on that fastball, and it just kept running away towards the end cap, forced a foul ball, and the count is now 1-2. Flack gets him to lunge again on the outside corner, but Tilke spoils the strikeout pitch with a foul ball to the right side. Hayek, Hockert, Jones, and King left to right on the infield. As Flack pulls the string, drops that one with some 12-6 motion, and it's a punch-out for Ryland Flack, his first of the ball game. Tilke goes down swinging. 2 up, 2 down for Fergus Falls. As Flack has found it here, maybe finding his rhythm. Wahpeton Post 20 newcomer has a chance to cement himself as the ace of this team alongside Hayek, 1A, 1B, whatever way you look at it. 2 studs at the top of this rotation. Flack clips the outside corner again, and he has been living there in this second frame. Oh, 1 to Weedrick. Right there again. Ryland Flack owns real estate on the outer half. Excellent location from the righty. Trying to slam the door shut on the second inning all by himself. And that one is hit to center field and shallow. Giving chase and diving is Steffens. It's going to get by him. Good backup there by Braun to prevent the double. And even though Steffens didn't make the catch, look where he's at on KBMW News Live YouTube. He's behind second base. So good range by Steffens and heads-up play by Ryan Braun to flank him and pick it up and get it in, holding Wiedrich to a single. So big spot here coming up for Ryland Flack. He's got the 9-man trying to prevent Fergus Falls from flipping this lineup card over. It's Logan Larson. Second hit of the ball game for Fergus Falls. Flack goes to the inside corner to the lefty, same exact spot that he's been peppering to the righties. Year after year, Post 20 just teaches location, 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 and pitch mix. Little change of eyesight there from Flack as he stretches that pitch outside and just misses. Count is 1-1. 2 down, runner on first. Wahpeton trying to turn in a scoreless frame here, trailing 1-0 in the top of the second on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Pickoff attempt at first. Runner in easily. The lefty Larson in the 9-hole. He'll take strike 2, throw behind the runner at first, and he's in. No batter's interference as Larson stood still as a statue. And that's always tough when you're trying that snap throw to first. If you're Aiden Hendrickson, kind of had to throw it right by the ear hole of the lefty batter. Count is 1-2. Flack comes set. Delivery. And Larson spits on that one to the left side. Foul ball. Flack still digging for his put-away stuff tonight. Just 1 strikeout with 2 down in the second inning. But he has been all over the corners of the plate. Sprayed to the left side once again as Larson doing a good job just picking up the pitch out of the hand, realizing it's too close to take, and just spoiling it with a pair of foul balls back-to-back as we'll do the 1-2 again. Outfield playing mighty shallow tonight on a chilly day. Third straight foul ball from Larson. This one goes back into the padding. And a good battle here between Flack and Larson. Assistant coach Steve Hawker getting his steps in, shagging the foul balls. As Larson takes his sweet time to step back in, he'll tap the plate. We'll do it again. Flack gets him freezing on that one. He goes to the off-speed. Larson didn't know what was coming. And that's 2 strikeouts, back-to-back fashion to end the second inning for Ryland Flack. And Wahpeton's going to try to knot this ball game up, trailing 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the second. You're listening to the Post 20 Baseball Tournament. Fergus Falls, Post 31. Wahpeton, Post 20 scoreless. As we head to the bottom of the second here, B92.7, KBMW News Live YouTube. Head on over there. We're streaming in 1080 HD with 2 camera angles.
Why choose Professional Eye Care Centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Bond, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jangula. 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Post 20 back at the plate on their home diamond here. Bottom of the second inning. First pitch is fouled away by Trayton King. Three Ks already on the day for the pitcher Parker Tilke. And he's got an 0-2 count as he drops that pretty off-speed pitch in. It's got some tight break on it. About a quarter of the way there, it looks like it's a fastball. And then it just spins away. Count is 0-2 to King. Tilke out of the modified windup. King check swing. They're going to check him. And Josh Nordick down the first baseline says no, he did not offer. So King lives to see another pitch. Takes a lot of strength in the forearms to hold that barrel back. 1-2 count. King, the righty batter, facing the righty pitcher, Tilke. And King strikes out looking on the inner half. Not much you can do with that pitch, about thigh high in the innermost half of the plate. Make it 4 strikeouts for Tilke. 4 strikeouts, 3 of them looking. That brings up Riley Jones, the lefty second baseman. Turned a nice double play in the first inning to avert disaster for post 20. And Jones takes a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Jones, a speedy second baseman. He'll get a head start out of the lefty batter's box. And that one just misses, shaving the knees down in the zone, 1-1. All-star crew of umps tonight with Craig Peterson behind the plate and Josh Nordick at first base. It gets no better than that. Curveball there just stays high all the way through. And Riley Jones up in the count, 2-1. 2-1 on the way to Jones. And he'll take a strike that caught a whole lot of the plate, middle. Count is now 2-2. Jones trying to avoid the strikeout, and he'll just stick the bat head out, ground it to third. A nice charging play over there. Strong throw to first base. Played very well by Karsten Froning. He was already playing up, maybe anticipating a bunt from the left-hand batter, and he fields that one on the cut. Fires Jones out for the second out of the inning. 5-3 put out. Froning tosses it over to his teammate Powers. Not to be confused with Kenny Powers for you eastbound and down fans, as that one is grounded to second base. Should be an easy play. Good wheels, but Ryan Braun thrown out by a step. So the 4-3 put out as it's fielded by Micah Johnson, thrown over to Powers, and Wahpeton goes down in order. King strikes out. 5-3 ground out for Jones. 4-3 ground out for Braun. And the score remains 1-0 through 2 innings complete on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Back in 60 seconds, I'm Robert Wanick. This is Post 20 Baseball on B92.7 and KBMW News Live YouTube.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
On to the top of the third inning, Wahpeton locked in a tight battle with Fergus Falls at the Post 20 home tournament. It's 1-0 Fergus on your CFI scoreboard. Ryland Flack back out of the bump after picking up 2 Ks last inning. Flack's first pitch skips to the backstop for a ball. Top of the order here with Froning. He doubled to lead off this game, came around to score the only run of the ball game. Extra base hits tonight, brought to you by our friends at High Camp Construction. Once you know who they are, you won't build any other way. Contact Gary Page and the team at High Camp Construction for your dream job today. as Flack misses with some sweet chin music, 3 straight balls from the righty. Again, Fergus Falls had the bases juiced in the first inning with nobody down, but a Jones to Hockert double play and an Aiden Hendrickson throw down to second from behind the plate held Fergus to 1 run. As Flack finds the zone with a fastball, little get me over 4-seam, 3-1. See if he comes back over the plate. He will, right down the middle. It's grounded to short. Hockert boots it, picks it up, no time to throw. So E6 as Hockert just started lifting the mid up a bit before the ball got there. Goes off the tip of the webbing, and the leadoff man is on for the second straight time. So that'll bring up Hunter Powers. Hunter Powers, the lefty, he walked his first time. He'll take a hack at the first pitch, grounded over to Jones. Quick flip to second, gets him. Throw over to first base, not in time. Jones did not have a whole lot of time to get the lead runner there, but again, very quick at getting that ball out of the palm. A nice play by Riley Jones, 2 assists for the second baseman in this ball game. 1 down, Wahpeton gets the lead runner, and Powers replaces Frowning at first base on the fielder's choice. Brings up Levi King. He reached on an E6 his first time. He's going to ground it to the left side. Hockert dives, knocks it down. That was good effort by Hockert. That's going to be an infield single as his lid comes off. Nice backhand dive attempt. Just didn't go in the mitt. So runners on first and second. As Hockert does a nice job keeping that one on the infield dirt. Single for King brings up Brock Sherman. First and second, 1 down, and a nice curveball. Fooled everybody, including me. Came underneath the hands all the way back to the center of the plate, 0-1. Flack working out of the stretch. Little design pickoff move there as they had Trey King playing behind the runner, and he snuck in behind him and nearly got him. Good hard tag there by King, snapped it down. Heads up base running to get back there. Flack delivers. That one's hit down the right field line, hit pretty hard. Foul as it bounces off the foul fence. So an 0-2 count here for Flack to work with. Always a tough situation. How much spin do you want on this pitch? You don't want to make life too hard on your catcher with runners on first and second, but a strikeout for the second out could be just what the doctor ordered. So you got to be on your toes back there if you're Hendrickson, be a brick wall, as Flack has punch-out potential here for post 20. Flack comes set. 2-strike count. Takes a look at second. Fires straight over the top. Throws a dart on the outside corner, but it's just a bit outside. That's a great chase pitch there from Rylan Flack. We'll see if he changes levels here and goes from low to high. Count is 1-2. 2 runners on, 1 down for Fergus Falls. And that one finds the dirt. Tried to go to the outer half again, but that one in the basement. Count is 2-2. Flack trying to avoid losing the batter here. Sherman in the 4 spot, got him last time. And the breaking ball nearly hits him in the teeth. And the count has run full. Flack's had pretty good stuff here. A little bit inconsistent, but the pitches are good. The mix is good. Right idea. Execution. Let's see if he can get it here. And he's going to hit the batter. So Sherman wears that on the front shoulder. After an E6, a fielder's choice, and a single, there's a hit by pitch. And for the second time in 3 innings, Fergus Falls has loaded the bases. Powers to third, King to second, Sherman to first, Johnson with the bases juiced. Johnson, the 5-hitter, playing third base today, wearing number 4. As he walked his first time up, was thrown out trying to steal second by Hendrickson. One down. Nice pop there by Hendrickson as he jumps over to the other batter's box to glove that one. Hendrickson, big shoes to fill, big cleats to fill. Jackson Fleeflet, one of the best to ever do it for Post 20. Certainly in the conversation of, one of the best Post 20 players ever, and absolutely a dynamite at catcher. And Hendrickson having himself a nice game so far. The 1-0 misses at the letters. 2-0, nowhere to put Johnson here. Fergus leading 1-0, top of the third on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, representing auto owners. Good block there by Hendrickson, but the count is 3-0, and the next ball would manufacture a run here for Fergus Falls. Big spot for Flack here. He's got to get it over. And the 3-0 is a strike. Infield fly in effect. Runners everywhere for Johnson with one down. 3-1 count. And that one is popped to right field. Coming in on it and catching it. The runner will tag. Here comes the throw. And they're going to cut it off. Runner will score as the relay is not in time. Sacrifice fly by Micah Johnson. For the second out of the inning, that will score Powers. Catch made in right field by Ryan Braun. Relay just not in time as he gets in standing. 2-0 Fergus Falls on your CFI scoreboard. 2 down, Flack with another chance here to get out of a bases loaded inning with just 1 run allowed. And that one hit hard to shortstop. Hockert gloves it, jogs over to second base, and he'll touch for the out. So bases loaded for the second time in 3 innings, and for the second time, Ryland Flack holds Post 30 to just 1 run. So 2-0 on your CFI scoreboard. Post 20 right in the mix of it as they come up in the bottom of the third, trying to get the sticks going on a chilly day at John Randall Field. I'm Robert Wanek. You're listening to the Post 20 Baseball Tournament on B92.7 FM and KBMW News Live YouTube.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Let's jump right back into it here. We'll take a look at the stats. Your State Farm Stat Report presented by Matt and Amanda Frederick. As we'll take a look at the season stats. Kason Pinsenault due up at the plate. He's hitting .364. That's the second highest average on this team. Pinsenault was part of this Class A team last year. He didn't see a lot of ABs, but he's got a pair of doubles already. He scored 6 times in 5 games. And sometimes your number 9 hitter is just an extension of the leadoff spot, and he's getting on base at a .462 clip, so he's been pretty darn good. And Pinsenault will have a chance here to turn the card over. Carter Hockert, Braden Steffens, and Aiden Hayek at the top of the order. 2-0 Fergus Falls. They scored 1 in the first in a bases-loaded situation, 1 in the third in a bases-loaded situation. So you got to credit Wahpeton for biting down on that mouthpiece and being gritty and getting out of some jams. Kason Pinsenault will lead it off here. Lineups today presented by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. Pinsenault chops that one. Kind of sounded like it might have hit the bat twice. So he's going to stay in the batter's box. 0-1. Tilke, he's been phenomenal on the bump so far. Tilke misses low. 1-1. His kryptonite has been falling behind in the count. A walk to Kappas, a walk to Hayek. No hits allowed thus far. As Tilke hits the outside corner. And Pinsenault started moving the hands forward, but he holds off, and it's strike 2. 1-2. Tilke stares over the top of his glove, and Pinsenault fights it off, foul. So Tilke looking for his 4th K of the ball game. Pinsenault looking for Wahpeton's first hit, and Tilke sails that one away. Count is 2-2. The off-speed pitch hasn't really been there for Tilke. Everything else has. 2-2 coming up to the 9-man Pincenalt and Wahpeton Post 20. And Pincenalt watches that one skip away. Count is 3-2. And he has battled back. Payoff pitch on the way. Grounded to third. Candy hop. And a strong throw to first base gets him in plenty of time. Nice play over there at the hot corner by Karsten Froning. Doing his job in the leadoff spot. He's doubled, scored a run, reached on an error, and he's got 2 assists over at third base. And that one, took a chest-high hop, and he had all the time in the world. So Pincenalt retired for the first out, bottom of the third inning. That brings up Carter Hockert, strikeout victim, his first time up. Hockert with a heavy swing at the first pitch, swings right through at 0-1. He's got that hot pink bat, says tank on the barrel. He's looking to make a boom here as Wahpeton has been held hitless. Hockert lays off the pitch low and in, 1-1. Hockert, some good gap-to-gap power with that lefty swing. He can go opposite field every once in a while as well. Really a blossoming young hitter in this lineup. And he'll take that one on the inside corner. 1-2 as he gets jammed by Tilke. The 1-2 misses outside. Tilke put a little extra on that one. It had some zip on it. Kind of overthrew it looking for the punch out. And the count is 2-2. That's one thing. Craig Peterson, he's going to give the corners, he's got a good eye behind the plate as the crew chief. Hockert takes that one right over the top of the cleats, and the count is full. So second straight full count here for Post 20, trying to make something of it against Tilke, who's been cruising along. Tilke working out of the windup, payoff pitch on the way to Hockert. Chops that one past the outstretched arm of Tilke up the middle. Sliding play by the shortstop. Submarine throw, not in time. So Caden Hockert turns on the burners. Could have been a web gem. Instead, it's an infield single. What a play as Tilke stuck out his pitching hand and nearly snagged it. And the shortstop for Post 30, Cam Wiedrich, slid and fielded that one on the second base side. All in one motion. Submarine throw to first. But Carter Hockert wins the battle with those quick legs. So Wahpeton breaks up the no-hitter. Carter Hockert busts it down the line for a single, and that brings up Braden Steffens. Steffens fooled by the off-speed. He was turning away, and it came over 0-1. That's a good way to break up the no-hitter, hustling. Grounded to third. Double play opportunity. Strong throw to second. They'll go to first with it. And not in time. Bang, bang. It looked like it might have been a half step, but Josh Nordick's got a better angle than any of us down there. The ruling is safe, so Wahpeton avoids the inning-ending double play. And boy, that was a nice quick turn there. Froning at third base over to his second baseman, Micah Johnson, over to Powers at first. Fielder's choice as Steffens beats it out. Hockert retired at second base, 2 down. That brings up Aiden Hayek. Just misses. Belt high outside. Steffens, 6 stolen bases this year to lead Post 20. We'll see if they put a hit and run on. Tilke comes set, little leg rock. He'll fire. That one above the belt, but it's called strike one. Little head shake from Hayek as that one certainly looked to be a bit upstairs. He'll step back in. Tilke comes set. He's got that toe tap. Curveball off. Steffens goes, and he's in. 7 steals now for Braden Steffens. Hitters count for Aiden Hayek. It's 2-1 with a runner in scoring position. Good throw to second base. Steffens gets in there just in time. So Braden Steffens now 7 for 7 on stolen base attempts as Hayek will ask for time and get it at the plate. 2-1. Wahpeton trying to cut this lead in half. 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning. 2-0 Fergus. Hayek falls that one back onto first street. Deuce is wild on the scoreboard. Bottom 3, Wahpeton doing enough defensively to get out of a couple bases loaded jams with just 2 runs allowed, but offensively, only 1 hit on the board through 2.5. And that one inside brushes Hayek back. So the count is full, plenty of full counts, getting that pitch count run up a bit here for Tilke. We'll get you that in just a moment. 2 down, full count. Hayek at the dish. Hayek hits it to short. Fielded cleanly. Throw over to first base, and an excellent stretch by Powers as that man nearly does the splits. And Wahpeton strands a runner on second base. 2-0 post 30 after the 6-3 putout fielded up the middle by Cam Wiedrich, showing off those shortstop chops. Wahpeton has a 2-run deficit as we head to the top of the 4th against Fergus Falls on B92.7 and KBMW News Live YouTube, your home for Post 20 baseball.
Ready to gain an edge in your career? Titan Machinery's Service Technician Apprenticeship Program is designed for anyone wishing to become a diesel mechanic, working on Case IH equipment through full-time, on-the-job training. Enjoy a hands-on work experience. Learn from factory-trained service experts and apply your knowledge from school directly to your work with this unique program opportunity. Become a Titan in the industry and grow with a dealership that invests in you at Titan Machinery Wahpeton, your local Case IH dealer. Visit titanmachinery.com/careers to learn more.
When Mom first started showing signs of memory loss, we were devastated. It was so frustrating. So many choices for assisted living. Then my sister and I walked into Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge. We knew that this was the perfect place for our mother. We loved the bright, beautiful apartments, and knew Mom would too. I was so impressed with the interaction between the residents and the staff. Twin Town Villa is a quality memory care community that's close to home and currently has openings. Call Twin Town Villa at 643-9542 or visit them online at twintownvilla.com.
Three innings down in Wahpeton's opening game at their annual home tournament. Fergus Falls clinging to a 2-0 lead. Wahpeton finally broke the no-hitter on an infield single by Braden Steffens. 3 hits so far for Fergus Falls, 2 Wahpeton errors as well. 2-0. Rylan Flack back on the bump, 54 pitches, and he'll get strike 1 swinging. At the plate, it's Parker Tilke trying to help his own cause. Pitcher-on-pitcher battle here. Tilke struck out the first time. And that one is flared up the middle over the head of Caden Hockert into straightaway center for a bloop single. So Tilke now 1 for 2 with a single. Flack so far, 55 pitches, 33 strikes. For Tilke, 57 pitches, 33 strikes. As both pitchers around the zone, but watching those pitch counts rise, and we'll see how that plays out in this tournament. As you certainly want your guys to go close to complete game status when you got 3 games or 4 games in 3 days. Runner goes, throw down from Hendrickson, and it was there in time, up the line a little bit, but it bounces away from Hockert. Sometimes that's a good place to put the throw, kind of towards the right field side of the bag. It might have been a tag on the leg, but unfortunately it hits the dirt and skips away. So a stolen base for Tilke. Tilke's on second. Wiedrich at the plate. Count is 1-0. Nobody down here. Start the 4th inning. Wiedrich shows bunt, pulls back. Count is 2-0. Flack comes set. Takes a peek at second. They'll show bunt again, and that one is fouled back. So Wahpeton's got to be ready here on the corners, and Flack's got to be ready to bust it off the mound. Bunt situation still with a 2-1 count. We'll have tomorrow morning's game, too, at 10 a.m., as Wahpeton will be back at it bright and early. 2-1. Here comes the bunt. It's a beauty down the third baseline. Flack tries to barehand it. He can't pick it up cleanly as that baseball is wet after a day full of drizzles. So that's going to be a bunt single for Wiedrich. And that advances the runner to third. Runners on the corners, nobody down, and We'll see what kind of magic Wahpeton can pull out of its hat here, as they've been really good with runners on base today. That'll bring up Logan Larson in the 9-hole. 0 for 1 today. Runners on the corners, facing the righty, Rylan Flack. He'll show bunt. He gets it down. Hendrickson's got to get back to the dish, and Flack is going to trip or slip again on that wet grass. If you're going to bunt, today's the day to do it. So back-to-back bunt singles. Logan Larson produces Fergus's 3rd run of the game. 3-0 Fergus Falls. Top of the 4th inning on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Wiedrich to second, Larson to first. Back to the top of the order, it's Karsten Froning. Froning shows bunt. He's going to pop it up, and it's caught by Hendrickson. So Wahpeton does catch a break. Good job by Hendrickson to lose the helmet. Excellent pop time, as that bunt did not get very high in the air. Straight into the mid of Hendrickson, as he continues to play gold glove defense at catcher. So we update the scoreboard for you on KBMW News Live YouTube. 3-0 Fergus Falls. Wahpeton able to get the first out here in the 4th. Runners on first and second. That one behind the batter, and it's going to be a wild pitch, so the runners will advance 90 feet. So 1 out, Hunter Powers at the plate. He walked in the 1st inning, reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd, came around to score. Hunter Powers, the first baseman, showing off the gymnastics skills last inning with a nice split stretch over at first. He tries to turn on the inside pitch, but he fouls it off his leg, and that's probably a good break there for Wahpeton, because an excellent jump at third base. The runner would have scored for sure. Good news is Flack was able to get off the mound there and keep his footing on the wet grass. Kind of a dangerous day out there if you're a pitcher. So 1-1 count. Runners go back to second and third, as Craig Peterson makes sure Powers is all right after fouling it off his leg. Powers, the lefty, number 2 hitter. 2 runners on, infield in. A beautiful breaker right across the outside edge, and the count is 1-2. That's a bold pitch there from Flack. Knows he's got to get it in the zone, trusting his off-speed. 1-2. That one hit hard to Jones at second base. Backhand, he goes home, not in time. Excellent play by Jones. Backhand pops up, fires a dart to home. You know, he could have got the out at first base, just a step behind the runner at home, and it's 4-0 Fergus. Gotta love the effort, but Wahpeton's really got to nail down that second out now after another run scores. And he had to go down. He was drawn in, playing up on the grass at second base, so he had to go down to a knee and just make sure he got that thing, and that took about a second longer to get the throw off. Runner scores. Runners on the corners. Hit to the left side, fielded at third, Hayek to second, double play opportunity, and Jones can't get it out of the glove. Runner at second is out as the bobble was on the transfer. Another run will score, and Fergus Falls has opened this thing up. It's 5-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. So the last play, Jones goes home, probably should have went to first. On that play, Hayek goes to second, probably should have went home as the runner was only about halfway down the third baseline. 5-0, 2 outs here in the 4th inning. Pitch goes over the batter's head. So Powers, fielder's choice, back-to-back at-bats. Comes around to score after the first one. RBI on the second one. We get a fielder's choice there by King for the second out of the inning. Runner's going to take second without a throw as that pitch is well outside, 2-0. So Flack so far in this ball game, 3 2/3, 5 runs, only 2 of them earned due to a pair of Wahpeton errors. Breaking ball by Flack misses chest high. Count is 3-0. To the cleanup man, Brock Sherman. Sherman so far out in his first AB, hit by pitch in his second AB. That one is hit to center field. Steffens gets behind it. He's got it measured, and it's in the glove. So Wahpeton gives up 3 runs in the 4th inning on a pair of singles and 2 fielders' choices, 2 bunt singles on that one. Now 3 singles in the inning, 2 of them coming off the bunt. So Fergus Falls, some back-breaking small ball, and Wahpeton's going to have to grab a shovel and start digging out of this hole as we head to the bottom of the 4th. 5-0 Fergus on your CFI scoreboard. This is the Post 20 Baseball Tournament on B92.7 KBMW News Live YouTube.
Why choose Professional Eye Care Centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Bond, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jangula. 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Bottom of the 4th inning. Wahpeton comes up trailing 5-0 on your CFI scoreboard to Fergus Falls. In the cleanup spot, it's Eli Kappas. Kappas wearing number 10. He walked his first time up. He's been a on-base maestro this season. Despite not racking up a bunch of hits, he's been hit 7 times, and he's walked several more, and he has a 1-1 count here against Tilke. Tilke, 3 innings, 1 hit, 2 walks, 4 Ks, shutout baseball. He gets a swing and a miss over the top of the outside fastball. 1-2. Tilke looks like the post 30 ace here. We don't exactly have the roster report, but he'll pick up a strikeout on the check swing, and that was on the pitch. That had some great sweep to it, side to side. Kappas couldn't pull the trigger, and that'll be strikeout number 5 for Tilke. That brings up Rylan Flack. Rylan Flack, who just completed his 4th inning on the bump. He's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. He'll stare at the first pitch, crosses the outer half for a strike. And Wahpeton just unable to pull the string on a lot of these pitches, having trouble picking it up out of the hand of Tilke. So he does a good job hiding that ball until the last second, and then some snap action on his arm. It just kind of comes out like a catapult. 1-1 to Flack. Curveball just doesn't make its way back to the zone. It stays up and in. Count is 2-1. Sometimes the first pitch you see from Tilke is the best one. The 1-1. That's a strike as Flack starts shuffling out of the way, and it hits the inside corner. Count is even at 2-2. Flack hangs in there on the curveball, throws his hands at the last second, and fouls it to the right side. And they just don't know where these pitches are. You know, even on that pitch, it was a curveball that was well up and in, and Flack was worried it was going to come across and catch him looking, but he does stay alive, and we'll do the 2-strike pitch again. That one up on the elbows. Count is full. You got to feel like a walk's as good as a hit here for Wahpeton, who's just struggled to get on base against Tilke. Payoff pitch on the way, and Flack swings over the top of a pitch that dives away in the zone. So another strikeout for Tilke, make it 6. As Flack goes down on strikes for the second time. That brings up Trey King, 0 for 1 with a K. Been saying that a lot today. A lot of game left here as we're in the bottom of the 4th. 5-0 Fergus Falls on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Just misses the inside corner. 1-0 to King. As we may be getting the lights on here soon at JR. It is dark out there. As King fouls that one off. King's back foot kind of slipped out on that and just lucky to get a piece of the bat on it. Count is 1-1. And King's back foot flails out again, and he's got no chance to touch that outside pitch if he can't keep that back cleat set in the box. Count is 1-2. And 1-2 just does get it. We'll see if there's some conversation in the dugout between innings as that back foot is flying away from the plate. And it's kind of canceling out his coverage of the outside corner here, so we'll see if Tilke pushes that ball a little further outside. 1-2 to King. Tilke goes inside, and King bails out. Tilke paints the corner, and Tilke gets another K. 7 Ks for Tilke. Scoreless inning for Wahpeton as they've been held to 1 hit so far. Let's head to the 5th. 5-0 Fergus Falls on your CFI scoreboard. B92.7 and KBMW News Live as part of the I3G Sports Network.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
That's a wrap for Ryland Flack. He gives up 2 earned runs in 4 innings. A pair of Wahpeton errors didn't help his cause, certainly, but he's done here after 4 innings. As we take a look at Flack's complete line, 4 innings, 5 hits, 2 walks, 2 Ks, 2 earned. It's 5-0 Fergus Falls, and taking over on the mound is Kason Pincenalt. He comes in from left field. And Micah Johnson will lead off the top of the 5th with a 5-run lead for Fergus Falls. As Pincenalt hangs on to the fastball too long and misses away. And he misses down and out, so it's 2-0. Pincenalt here to Johnson. That one is flared to shallow right, giving chase on the line and ranging again for a nice catch over there is Ryan Braun. Welcome to A-Legion, Mr. Braun. As he's gotten a good jump on the baseball twice now, and that one was closer to the first baseman than it was to the outfielder Braun. He tracks it down. So 1 up, 1 down. Johnson takes care of business, and Pincinot gets the first man he faces. Pincinot induces another fly ball, shallow again. This one right behind short, and Braden Steffens with a basket catch on the edge of the infield diamond. As Hockert, that one kind of got up in the wind and started blowing over towards the second base side, but Braden Steffens gets on his horse and makes a tremendous catch. So the Wahpeton outfield showing off the leather here. 2 up, 2 down, and this might spark the lineup when we flip to the bottom half. That's post 20 baseball. Back in action. Pincinot out of the windup. In the dirt outside. That one hit hard to third and through the wickets of Hayek, and that'll be his first error of the season. Third error of the ball game on post 20. So that'll bring up Weedrick. Pincinot gets the first 2 batters to pop out quickly, and then he gets ground out to third and just sneaks by Hayek. So we got a runner on first base, Weedrick at the dish. And they'll check him at first base, gets back in plenty of time. Runner at first base with 2 outs, and that one misses inside. So the count is 1-0. As he tries to go to the off speed, but he just can't get any left-right action and it stays up and in. Hendrickson has already caught a runner stealing. We'll see if it happens again here. They'll stay put. Beautiful block by Hendrickson as he slides to his right, keeps that ball right in front of him. And Pincinot back to work here. 2-0 count. That one grounded to third. Hayek, he'll glove that one. Strong throw over to first base. And Hayek able to put the air in the back of his mind and help Wahpeton get through a scoreless inning. 5-0 post 30 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. And we'll get the inning changed for you here on KBMW News Live YouTube. Wahpeton not out of this ball game yet. 5-0. They're looking to put up a crooked number here in their first game at the Post 20 tournament. You're listening to B92.7 FM, KBMW News Live YouTube.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Eggeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
Riley Jones will look to start this inning off. Wahpeton trails by 5, bottom 5. They have just 1 hit against Fergus Falls and Tilkey on the mound. He has been lights out so far with 7 Ks. Off-speed pitch. Jones checks his swing, comes right down the middle for strike 1. Beautiful fastball on the outer half for strike 2. So 2 strikes on Jones, and he chops that one back to the mound. Tilkey's going to take care of business and beat Jones to first base. So 1 up, 1 down. That'll bring up Ryan Braun. Already has a game under his belt this year with 4 runs scored. Ground ball over to the Keystone his first time up, and he'll take strike 1 at the belt. And Wahpeton just unable to jump on the first pitch against Tilke tonight. He's working quick, gets right back on the rubber, stares over the glove, and here comes the second pitch. Fouled back into the netting. When it's going good, Tilke wants to keep it going, so he gets right back on the bump, ready to get his sign. He'll rub the baseball up a little bit. 0-2 count quickly here against Braun, the 8-man. Braun hits that one up the middle, slow roller, played at short, thrown on the run to first, and they'll get the speedy Braun. Boy, Wiedrich has been very good at shortstop tonight. He's able to cut down the distance quickly, and he made that throw without pausing at all in stride. 2 up, 2 down for post 20 in the bottom of the 5th. That one is hit out to shallow center field, and it will be caught in shallow right center as it drifts over. So 3 up, 3 down for post 20 as they're still looking for their second hit of the ball game. On to the top of the 6th, 5-0 Fergus Falls. You're listening to B92.7 KBMW News Live YouTube.
Bring your car to the experts at Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Schedule a free multi-point vehicle inspection for added peace of mind. It's also a good time to take care of routine maintenance. Keep your vehicle running on all cylinders. Get your oil changed and have your battery and brakes tested. Be sure to take advantage of Smith Motors price match guarantee on tires and get 10% off all AC work in June. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. Visit smithmotors.com.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains #1 today.
Ready to start the 6th inning here at John Randall Field. Wahpeton just unable to generate any offensive output against Tilke and this Fergus Falls post 30 team. It's 5-0. Error-free baseball so far for post 30. They have 6 hits, 5 runs. Wahpeton has 3 errors, 1 hit. Still being shut out here. Pincinalt back on the bump for post 20, his second inning of relief, and he just misses down and out. A lot of guys without any A-Legion experience here being thrown into the fire on the mound, and it's been a pretty good return so far for Coach Chris Kappas' staff. Pincinalt pitched a scoreless 5th. And he'll get a swing and a miss on the elevated fastball. So it's 1-1. Logan Larson in the 9-hole at the plate. He'll take strike 2. Took a long look at that one right on the outside corner. Larson 1 for 2 with an RBI, a run, and a K. Pincinalt fires, and it's fouled off the handle. So Wahpeton down to their final 6 outs when they come up to bat, trailing by 5. Desperately need another scoreless inning here. Fergus scored 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd, 3 in the 5th. Pincinalt shakes off a couple signs, goes into the windup, and he'll miss well outside. So the count evens up at 2-2. Next game on B92.7, right away in the morning, 10 a.m. as Post 20 gets back to it in their home tournament. They'll play Lidgerwood Hankinson, who had a really good game against Detroit Lakes. The wheels fell off in the 7th, but it was a 4-3 lead for Lidgerwood Hankinson as Pincinalt misses in. ended up losing that game. I believe it was like 8-4. Full count from Pincinel. That one shallow, outfield. It'll be a tough play. Coming in and left and making the catch for the out. Catch made over there by King. As King's in left and Flack's at first base. As Flack 2 earned runs across 4 innings as he drew the start for Post 20 today. Pincinel 2 outs away from his second scoreless inning. Pincinel gets the batter falling away from a pitch that catches the inside corner. Back to the top of the order with Karsten Froning. Down low, that one brushes the dirt, 1-1. Froning today 1 for 3 with a run and a double. He started this ball game off with a 2-bagger. As Froning almost offers at that one, about head high, but he'll hold back, and it's 2-1. Two-1 on the way from Pincinel. He bends that one all the way out of the zone, bounces off the chest plate of Hendrickson. Count is 3-1. The 3-1 is grounded over to the left side. And Hayek able to make the play in time. So 2 outs as Pincinel getting post 30 to put the ball in play. Two down, that brings up Powers. Powers on the day 0 for 2. He does have an RBI and a run as he used a fielder's choice to plate a runner. 2 runs scored on fielder's choice and 2 runs scored on bunt singles. So 4 of the 5 runs generated by just old school fundamental baseball, as neither team has ripped the cover off the ball. Wahpeton with just 1 infield hit and Fergus Falls with just 1 double. That one's grounded over towards the first base side, foul. 1-2 count to Powers. As Pincinel trying to work back-to-back scoreless frames, Wahpeton will have the 6th and the 7th to try to erase this 5-run deficit. Pincinel climbs the ladder, tries to get a chase. No can do. Count is 2-2. Deuce is wild on the scoreboard. Pincinel has been steady so far in relief out of the bullpen. Pincinel skips that one off the plate. That might have caught Hendrickson. As he'll go pick up the ball, and the count is full. Base is empty, full count, 2 outs. Here to Powers. Righty on lefty, Pincinel looking for his first K. And that one is hit over Hockert's head at shortstop for a bloop single. So there's been a few balls that have just been popped right over Hockert's head, with the wind kind of blowing out towards the left side of the infield. Hockert at shortstop. So a shallow single from Powers extends the inning. That brings up Levi King in the 3-hole. Wild pitch by Pincinel will allow Powers to scamper to second. He'll round and look, but Hendrickson gets to the ball quickly and runs it in. Wahpeton has had some good luck against Fergus in this tournament recently, and Fergus trying to get a little revenge here in this annual meeting with a 5-0 lead in the bottom of the 6th on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Beautiful off-speed pitch there. Just does touch the end cap of the bat and spins foul over to the batter's box, or over to the on-deck circle, excuse me. So the count is now 1-1. Brock Sherman, the catcher, waiting on deck. The 1-1 is drilled to Hayek at third. He knocks it down, and he's going to try to tag the runner. Doesn't get him. Overthrows at first base. So a beautiful job by Hayek stopping that one. He dropped down to both knees, somehow able to keep it in the glove. Went for the tag on the runner. Couldn't get him. and he overthrows first base. So an error on the throw allows another run to score. So it is 6-0, the fourth Wahpeton error of the ball game. So runner on second base. And the runner may have beat the throw out anyways. It might have been an infield single, but the throwing error did allow the run to come in. So 2 outs, an unearned run on the ledger of Pinsenalt. King at the plate. That one's grounded foul, 1-1 count. Excuse me, Sherman at the plate. Cleanup spot for post 30. Curveball grounded over to Hayek. Gets it in the glove. Doesn't think about the runner this time. Throws it over to first. And Flack completes the put out with the tag of Sherman. So Hayek, a nice job bouncing back from a pair of errors today, because the very next batter both times smoked it at him, and he was able to get the out to end the inning. Fergus Falls tacks on one more on 1 hit and 1 error. It is 6-0 as we head to the bottom of the 6th on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Wahpeton trailing Fergus in the annual Post 20 tournament, B92.7 and KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
Bring your car to the experts at Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Schedule a free multi-point vehicle inspection for added peace of mind. It's also a good time to take care of routine maintenance. Keep your vehicle running on all cylinders, get your oil changed, and have your battery and brakes tested. Be sure to take advantage of Smith Motors price match guarantee on tires and get 10% off all AC work in June. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. Visit smithmotors.com.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains #1 today.
Ready to gain an edge in your career? Titan Machinery Service Technician Apprenticeship Program is designed for anyone wishing to become a diesel mechanic, working on Case IH equipment through full-time, on-the-job training. Enjoy hands-on work experience. Learn from factory-trained service experts and apply your knowledge from school to...
All right, we'll get back to the Titan Machinery ad after this AB, or after this inning, I should say, as Carter Hockert will start it off. Wahpeton back to the top of the order, trying to get some late inning magic here, trailing 6-0, bottom 6 on your CFI scoreboard. As Fergus Falls has been in total control from the get-go here. That one misses outside. Hockert, he singled up the middle. A nice diving attempt by the shortstop earlier in the game. Infield single. Hockert beat it out. That's the only Wahpeton hit tonight. Hockert tries to turn on a pitch on the inner half. Swings out of his shoes. Count is 2-1. Hockert swings over the top of that one. 2-2. And the off-speed pitch jams him. Kind of got a silly swing out of Hockert there, and can't blame him. Tilke has been absolutely filthy today on the mound, having himself a day. Tilke with 8 strikeouts. He's pitching a one-hitter through 5 1/3. He's working quickly. He gets another half-hearted swing out of Steffens. It's called strike, 0-1. Steffens grounds that one to the left side. Diving play by the third baseman. Glove pump gets him in plenty of time. And it has been a Rawlings Gold Glove type of night for this Fergus Falls team. Still yet to commit an error. 2 up, 2 down. As Fergus gets closer to the shutout. That was a nice little hip slide on the grass there, on the nice soft wet grass by the third baseman Frawning. Fires it over to Powers at first. First pitch misses to Hayek. Hayek, righty with a slight bat wag. Takes a big cut at that one down the right field line, trailing towards the line. It's going to land fair. Hayek buries it in the corner all the way into the right field fence corner, and he wants 3. Here comes Hayek around 2. Throw coming into third. Head first slide, and he's in there in time. Aiden Hayek. He says, we're having enough trouble getting 1 base. I'll take 3. And he gets a 3-bagger. If they can't come in and put up a bunch of runs here in the final 2 innings, Aiden Hayek can take that into the morning as he put that one in the outermost corner of right field, right between the foul fence and the green wall out there. Unhooked the plow. He's in at third base. Strike on the outside corner to Kappas, runner at third, and Hayek put that in the perfect spot. Right fielder took kind of a bad angle at it, a straight line, and it just kept running on away from him. Check swing from Kappas. It's going to be a called strike 0-2. So Kappas down to his final strike here with 2 outs, runner 90 feet away. Kappas able to lay off the dirt ball, 1-2. Wahpeton needed that, if not for anything but morale. Aiden Hayek puts a charge into it for a triple, second hit of the ball game for Post 20. Kappas saws that one down the third base line. It'll stay foul, so he stays alive with a 1-2 count. Righty on righty. Tilke still humming out there, trying to get out of here and keep the shutout intact. 94th pitch coming up. And he'll get a swing and a miss by Kappas. Pitch number 95, strikeout number 9. And Tilke has fired 6 scoreless innings of 2-hit baseball. A triple by Hayek. He's left at third. Wahpeton heads to the final frame, trailing 6-0. Fergus Falls coming to the plate on B92.7 FM.
When Mom first started showing signs of memory loss, we were devastated. It was so frustrating, so many choices for assisted living. Then my sister and I walked into Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge. We knew that this was the perfect place for our mother. We loved the bright, beautiful apartments, and knew Mom would too. I was so impressed with the interaction between the residents and the staff. Twin Town Villa is a quality memory care community that's close to home and currently has openings. Call Twin Town Villa at 643-9542 or visit them online at twintownvilla.com.
Ready to gain an edge in your career? Titan Machinery's Service Technician Apprenticeship Program is designed for anyone wishing to become a diesel mechanic, working on Case IH equipment through full-time, on-the-job training. Enjoy hands-on work experience. Learn from factory-trained service experts and apply your knowledge from school directly to your work with this unique program opportunity. Become a Titan in the industry and grow with a dealership that invests in you at Titan Machinery Wahpeton, your local Case IH dealer. Visit titanmachinery.com/careers to learn more.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KM today.
Aiden Hayek triples. He's stranded at third base as Tilke able to get Kappas on his 9th strikeout of the ball game. And Fergus Falls takes a 6-0 lead into the top of the 7th. Chance to tack on. It's Micah Johnson facing Kaysen Pinsenault. Pinsenault buries the first pitch outside. And Pinsenault so far in relief today. 2 innings, 1 unearned run. No strikeouts, no walks, as he's been able to induce quite a bit of soft contact. That helps keep the pitch count low, but Pinsenault does have 35 pitches, and that's what the errors do, as they elevate it right back up. That one hit to right field, and he wants to follow Hayek. Johnson hits it to right. He's going to dig and head back to first. Same location as Aiden Hayek's hit, but Hayek had a little bit more pop on it as that one died on the grass And credit Ryan Braun, who has really smothered that right field line tonight. He's gotten over there for a pair of catches, and that time he cut the ball off and kept it from rolling to the wall. So leadoff single from Johnson as Pincinel gives up his first hit of the ball game, second hit of the ball game in 2 innings. 8 hits now for Fergus Falls as they've quietly strung them together. Pincinel drops the dark one in there. Good break, up-down action. Strike 1. Pincinel comes set, runner on first. Delivery. Nearly drops in another 12-6 curve, but it's just high. Count is even at 1-1, and Pincinel's looking pretty confident with that bender. Sherman at the plate. Outside, another tremendous block by Aiden Hendrickson as he continues to impress me tonight with his defense behind the plate. Sherman 0 for 3 so far. That one brushes him back and just misses the inside corner, 3-1. As the Minnesota Twins are once again getting drubbed tonight. After giving up 16 runs in 2 of their last 3 games against the Rangers, they trail the Astros 8-0. This has been a poor stretch for the Twins over on AM 1450 as they get closer to falling back to 500. Full count. Strike 3 looking. Nice frame job there by Hendrickson as he pulls that one back over to the zone. And that's Pincinel's first punch out. And boy, does it help having a catcher back there like that who can paint a Picasso. Nice job by Hendrickson. 1 out. Runner on first base in the top of the 7th. If you're just tuning in, Fergus Falls up 6-0. As Pincinel's high fastball gets a swing and a miss. 0-1. Pincinel really settling in here and getting things going out of the bullpen. It's Tilke at the plate. That curveball misses just above the belt buckle. 1-1. Pretty good location, but just couldn't dive back in. Tilke 1 for 3 with a run to go along with his excellent outing on the bump. We'll see if he gets a chance to pitch a complete game after this. Check swing, strike. I think Tilke's gonna talk to Craig Peterson about it. Not sure if it was on the swing or the pitch, but I thought he went around. At any rate, it's 1-2. Pincinel fires. That one fouled back out of play. So the count will remain at 1-2 with a runner on first base. Tilke at the plate. And Tilke on the mound today, folks. 6 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, 9 Ks. Shutout baseball. It's 6-0 Fergus Falls. Final inning here is Post 20 will be down to their last 3 outs. And Pincinel trying to keep this a 6-run game. And that's going to be a wild pitch on Pincinel as the slider bounces in the other batter's box. And it took a nasty hop. Hendrickson got over there, but it took a bad hop and went right over his shoulder plate. And Pincinel approaching 50 pitches here in just 2 1/3 innings. That one is skied. Mile in the air, drifting over towards first base. Good communication as Ryland Flack calls off his second baseman, Riley Jones, and makes the catch. So 2 down, runner on second base now. Coming up, it is Weidrich. Weidrich 1 for 2 with a run scored. Another infield pop-up induced by Pincinel, and he'll catch it right on the first base line. So Pincinel working around a bit of control issues. He did not give up an earned run. He's completed 3 innings of relief. He's allowed 1 run, 2 hits, no earned runs, 1 K. He has not walked a batter. So all around the zone, 48 pitches. 3 innings, no earned runs for Pincenalt, and that's a good showing there for the Wahpeton righty out of the bullpen. When we come back, post 20 down to their final 3 outs. It's 6-0 Fergus Falls heading to the bottom of the 7th on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
1 in 8 women in the U.S. will develop breast cancer in her lifetime. Many women with breast cancer have no symptoms, and most have no family history of breast cancer. That's why it's so important to schedule annual mammograms starting at age 40. When found early, breast cancer is curable. 98% of patients survive. Don't wait another moment. Visit essentiahealth.org to schedule your mammogram today. Essentia Health, cancer care like nowhere else.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Wahpeton just trying to manufacture base runners. 1 by 1, they trail 6-0 against Fergus Falls on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. This is the opening game for Wahpeton in the Post 20 tournament. They'll be back in action at 10 a.m. tomorrow against Lidgerwood Hankinson. And on the mound, Parker Tilke has been unhittable. He's been the player of the game so far, and he'll have a chance to finish a complete game shutout here. And he will face Rylan Flack, Trey King, Riley Jones. Check swing on the first pitch. Appeal over to Josh Nordic. He did not go. 1-0 to Flack. Flack so far 0 for 2 with a pair of punch-outs. He takes strike 1 on the outside black. So 1-1 to Flack here. As Tilke throws his 97th pitch and he breaks it over the inner half of the plate. 1-2. Tilke is a machine today. The righty looking for double-digit punch-outs. The 1-2, he'll get it. Back-to-back with that tight cutter on the inner half. And it's 10 punch-outs for Parker Tilke. Fergus Falls has found himself a gem. 1 down, Trey King coming up. Just 2 hits in this ball game for Wahpeton. 4 errors for the post-20 defense. That's kind of been the story. And King hits that one hard in the right center gap. It's going to run. It's going to die in the grass. King's thinking about 2. He'll pull up as Wahpeton needs a bunch of runs here. Good placement by King. He goes with the outside fastball, throws the bat head at it, sails it into right field. 3rd hit of the ball game for Wahpeton. 1st for Trey King. So 1 down, 1 on. Riley Jones coming up. Hoping to get some 1-out momentum going. Jones, so far in this ball game, the lefty, is 0 for 2. Has not struck out. He's put the ball in play. Jones takes a fastball under the hands on the inside corner, 0-1. Center fielder shading Jones a little bit to the right side, expecting pull. Big gap on the left side if he can go opposite field, as that pitch looked like a changeup off the plate. Count is 1-1. King not going anywhere, as you don't need to steal here and run into an out on the bases, down 6-0 in the 7th. And Tilke will step off the rubber. Tilke has eclipsed the century mark, 101 pitches, 66 of them in the zone. So he has attacked hitters today. And Jones grounds that one over to first. And they're going to go to second for 1, back to first for an inning-ending 3-6-3 double play. What a play over there by Hunter Powers as he throws it to second base, boogies his way back to his original position, and that's going to be an inning-ending double play. And Fergus Falls plays a good, clean game led by 10 strikeouts from their starting pitcher, Parker Tilke, and no errors in the field. So 6-0 is your final. Post 30 takes it, hands Wahpeton their first loss of the summer, 5-1 is the Post 20 record. We'll be back at 10 a.m. tomorrow for another game, and we'll be back in about 90 seconds with the Miller Realty postgame show here on B92.7, KBMW News Live YouTube.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Welcome back to B92.7. Wahpeton just couldn't get any momentum going in this one. They just couldn't get their foot on the gas pedal as they fall behind to Fergus Falls in Legion Baseball and lose this one 6-0. And it's hard to get something going when you got a man by the name of Parker Tilkey on the mound. That kid was lights out tonight as we take a look at Parker's pitching numbers. Tilkey throws 102 pitches, 67 of them hit the strike zone. A complete game shutout, 3 hits, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts for Tilkey. And he pretty much had everything in his arsenal working. Wahpeton was just a little hesitant at the plate. I don't know if they had trouble picking it up, but give him all the credit in the world as the righty snapped off some good breaking balls. He had a little cut fastball. He had a four-seamer that he could paint all over the plate, and he punches out 10 Post 20 players. Your player of the game today, it's got to be Parker Tilkey from Fergus Falls Post 30, presented by Essentia Health, here with you. Let's take a look at your plays of the game, presented by Red River Agency. I'm going to go on the defensive side, give these ones to Post 20. A big inning-ending double play in the first when Fergus Falls had the bases loaded. Riley Jones with a beautiful play at second base. Ball was absolutely laced at him. Fielded it on the forehand side, and it kind of spun him backwards. He was able to get it to second base, and Hockert had an excellent exchange out of the glove, firing it over to first base for the 4-6-3 double play, and that held Fergus to 1 run in the bases loaded situation, and that kept Wahpeton in the game until Fergus Falls put 3 runs up in the 4th inning. And the other plays of the game by Red River Agency, I'm going to give it to the right fielder Ryan Braun. He got on his horse twice, a couple bloops down the right field line that he caught right on the chalk, and he had to cover 20-25 yards to get there. And those could have been doubles as they were in the Bermuda Triangle behind first base, no man's land. And Braun able to just get on it like a track star and catch those. And then late in the game, another blistering hit off the bat down the right field line. I thought for sure it was going to be a double, but he was able to cut it off, hit his man in the infield, and hold him to a single. So Ryan Braun showing some good instincts, some good reads off the bat in right field, along with that 4-6-3 double play from Riley Jones to Carter Hockert over to first base to Trey King. Those are your Red River Agency plays of the game, your trusted hometown agents. That does it for the Miller Realty postgame show. I'm Robert Wanick. Post 20 with their first setback of the season. The back-to-back Class A state champs are now 5-1 after a 6-0 loss to Fergus Falls Post 30. I'll be back on the air, B92.7, 9:45 pregame show tomorrow, and streaming on KBMW News Live YouTube as we get a little local game. Lidgerwood Hankinson versus Wahpeton, 10 a.m. Grab some coffee, turn the radio up. Post 20 is going to look to get back on track. 5-1 record heading into day 2 of the Post 20 tournament. I'm Robert Wanick, signing off from the iconic John Randall Field.
AM 1450, KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton, and FM 94.3 K232 FH Breckenridge, the voice of the valley.